Hello there everybody, it's Jimsies and welcome back to my reminiscing of my first pregnancy. Like I said, I just wanted to make vlogs and stuff about my first pregnancy just because I've been thinking so much about it, being pregnant for the second time, and I never made vlogs or a diary so much about my first pregnancy, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. Yeah, so let me know in the comments and stuff how you got on with your first pregnancy and how your first and second pregnancies were different, if they were different, because I'm finding these two very different. This is the second half of my first trimester. Right, so I'd just gotten over morning sickness and all that kind of thing, and I'm feeling like bee's knees, seriously. It was pretty easy from that point. Yeah, pretty much. Let me think. Pretty much the only thing I really had to deal with was just tender breasts and weight gain. Yeah, so I gained quite a lot of weight with my first pregnancy. And pretty quickly as well. Even within the first trimester I was gaining weight. I remember I started out at like 84 kilos, which is still a tad overweight anyway for me, but I ended up at just a crazy number. You gotta watch to the end on my third trimester video to find that one out. But yeah, I didn't really think much of it though, just because being pregnant, putting on weight, it's what you do, so I didn't think that much of it. Yeah, I was actually booked in at the hospital before I knew I was pregnant to see if I had hereditary polycystic kidneys syndrome, because my doctor recommended that I get a scan in my 20s and then in my 30s and 40s and so on, like every 10 years, just to check on them. And I knew I was pregnant at this stage when I went in to get checked up. I think I was only I wasn't very far along, but I knew I was pregnant. I was feeling cramped, so I was like 7-8 weeks pregnant. And I went in to get my kidney scanned, and my mother came with me, and so yeah, she went ahead and scanned my kidneys and everything. And I've got a very full bladder as well, because you have to drink like I think a liter of water anyway. And yeah, so we were just kind of like, oh, can we have a sneak peek? And yeah, she had a little look for us, and it was awesome. Just see this little peanut, flickering peanut. Yeah. And then they called me up, the hospital called me up a few days later or so, and the lady who did the ultrasound said that everything was all good. So when they're calling me, I'm like, why are you calling me? Is there something wrong with my scan? But yeah, they're like, oh no, your kidneys are fine, but did you know that you're pregnant? I'm like, oh, whew. Yes, I know I'm pregnant. But it was just a huge moment for someone to sort of tell you that you're pregnant, you know, like that. Yeah, it was a big moment, even though it was over the phone. Yeah, it was a huge moment. Just like, oh, did you know you're pregnant? Yeah. We had the 13-week ultrasound scan, which is optional. You can do it to see if your baby has any abnormalities, and to do the screening for chromosomal abnormalities, where they measure the back of baby's neck, the fluid at the back of the neck and all that sort of thing. And really it's just an opportunity to check up on baby, and it's all good, because we're a low risk for that anyway, but it's always nice to go and check it out anyway, and yeah, and see your babies, you know. It's really exciting. And it was incredible. It was really incredible to see, especially because thinking back like about a month before that, like, this was just a tiny little peanut dot. the little flickering dot, and then, you know, it went from tiny little flickering dot to like person shape with like body features and everything, and a head and arms and all the rest of it. And it's incredible how fast that happens, really, when you think about it. The first thing we saw was the spine, and wow, I was like, whoa, there's a full spine in there. Like, it's not mine, this whole other person. So that was incredible. Yeah, we saw him sucking his thumb and stuff. It was awesome. Well, it looked like it was sucking his thumb anyway, so that was an incredible moment. Unbelievable. Here's a couple of pics from the 13-week ultrasound screening scan. Those results came back all good and fine, no worries, and everything was looking all good. The only thing they said was that they looked like there was a, I don't know if I can pronounce this, succenturial lobe. I know I've said that wrong, but yeah. Yeah, which is like, you have the placenta and then you have like an extra bit coming off it. It doesn't do anything, like, and it's no problem or anything, it's just a bit weird. And just when you give birth and you give birth to the placenta, you just have to make sure that the lobe is with it, and that it hasn't detached or anything, so that, yeah, because if you leave a bit of placenta inside you, that's not good. That is not good. So yeah. Also around about this time, I was craving milk, like really bad. I don't know. Some people reckon that the foods you crave are what you're lacking in your diet for your baby and stuff, whatever. But yeah, just, I've also craved milk with this second pregnancy, and seriously, we go through so much milk. Like, if I remember correctly, I was also craving cashew nuts and like spicy dip with chips, like the salsa dip, and you just like get your potato chip, yum. I don't know, just, and I would dip the cashew nuts in there as well, because my partner was spoiling me and like constantly buying me cashew nuts and salsa dip. As for work, it kind of went back to normal, and everyone was very grateful that I was no longer feeling sick and stuff because of the morning sickness and whatever, because I'd been a bit away with the fairies and stuff. As you do, you get a bit of mummy brain going on, and when you're not well because of morning sickness, you're just bleh, bleh. So once I got over that and started heading into the second trimester, things picked up and I was sort of back to normal. But yeah, just a lot of mummy brain, when I was trying to write like an essay assignment, because I was also studying at the time, and just trying to write things, it just seems so incoherent and not as succinct as my usual writing. So yeah, I was still passing, but I just felt like it wasn't, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. My writing just turned very basic, and I guess, yeah, it just, I don't know, just reading what I would write in assignments before I was pregnant and then reading them since I've been pregnant, since I had babies, yeah, they're just different. But yeah, still passing and still getting decent grades, but just my writing style, I think, changed a bit with mummy brain. I don't know, go figure. So that pretty much concludes part 2 of my first trimester video. I'm gonna do 2 more videos going through my second trimester with my first pregnancy, and then again 2 videos for my third trimester. Yeah, so hit subscribe for more videos, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos and my other videos in this series. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments how you were doing with your first pregnancy and in your first trimester, and how bad were your morning sickness and what did you do about your morning sickness, and rah rah rah. It'd be awesome to hear from you guys. Cool, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alrighty, see ya. Bye!